Everybody wants increase and abundance and lifestyle change and new zip codes and new area codes, but you only read once a week and you only work out once or twice a month. And so the reason why you don't have what it is that you see, the reason why what's in your head is not in your hands, it's not your reality, it's because your perspective opposes your potential. You don't have it because you don't see the value in it. If you believe you've been called to be the difference maker, the game changer, the disruptor, the person that comes into a room and commands the atmosphere, if you believe you've been called to be necessary and not grossly irrelevant, then everything you do, everything you see, everything rises and falls on your perspective, your perception, your viewpoint. How do you see this thing? What happens when your perspective, your perception diametrically opposes your reality?
Happy Tuesday. I pray that you're having an exceptional Tuesday, a beautiful morning. Every single morning, I'm not only praying for you, but I'm praying with you that all of your needs are met. Every opportunity that comes your way, you are prepared, you are patient, you have this cadence about yourself that you're not anxious, but you are ready, right? Just put in the chat, if you don't mind, I'm ready, right? I'm prepared. See, opportunity is going to come. You're going to walk in rooms where all of your resources and your social capital is there. You're going to meet people where you can make great exchanges, transactions. That's a given. That's a part of the process. That's not the overarching question. The overarching question that each person have to decide, accept, have a concrete conclusion is, am I ready for it? That it has nothing, opportunity is going to come. It's going to come to the black person just like it's going to come to the white person. It's going to come to the poor person just like it come to the rich person. Opportunities come. You have to declare, believe it, accept it, and acknowledge, I'm finally ready. Because to whom much is given, I don't know who it is for this morning, but I'm gonna get to where I need to get to. To whom much is given, much is required. And so you have to realize, if you're going to receive more, you have to give more. But everybody ain't ready for that, though. And that's what I had to learn. Second thing we need to do is we need to do our declaration. Here it is. I am, don't miss it, unapologetically happy. Every time I see that, I get happy again. I am unapologetically happy. We've been saying that for the last, I don't know, 2 months or so. We've been talking about being happy again. I'm unapologetically happy. That's a feeling, that a position, a space in your life that you ought to declare this morning. All right, so that's beautiful. Come on, let's declare that. And then the next thing I need you to do is, because what we're about to get ready to engage in is four traps of an unbalanced believer. And I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes. Y'all know how I like to deal with it. So share this with everybody you possibly can. Tell them to come on the prayer line this morning. You got to at least put 5 on it. You know, at least five. You got to put 5 on it. Right? We started off telling you, hey, put 5 on it. Got to at least put 5. The more and more that I pastor, preach, study theology, um, I'm starting to see more of the hidden cancers, the hidden things that many Christians don't consider, that is very harmful to their progress and very fatal to their faith. Okay, let me talk a little bit, and then I'm gonna pick you up in a few minutes. We've been conditioned to focus on like the major things like sin, jealousy, hate, and for the life of me, I wish that we can all compartmentalize and say, okay, these are the byproducts of a root dysfunction, that if you don't fix the root, you will always have similar behavior traits that pop out in a person, right? So that person hating on your marriage is not that something wrong with your marriage. It can possibly be something wrong with their marriage, or they mad they can't get married, right? It's like, or somebody hating you for advance, like it has to be something internal deep for them to hate that you're getting a promotion. You didn't do them nothing. You just getting a promotion, and so you can take care of your kids. And you could tell something wrong because these are the same people. If you used to lose your job, they will feel sorry for you and help you with your kids, right? It's like so it has to be something deeper. So I've been trying my best on the prayer line. It's not deal with it from your general Christian purview. It's I've been trying my best to do the roots, the undertones, the hidden parts. So we talk about things like concern. Nobody think about concern. They just think concern is harmless. It's nothing. It's just concern. But if it's unmanaged, it can become pedophiles. Concern can become stalkers. Concern can engage in domestic violence. Concern can become murderers because it's just concern, right? So those are the undertones. So this morning, I want to start this conversation, and I love these kind of conversations, especially in the morning, because we get to start our day off with talking about some of these social inabilities that we overlook because we're trying our best to, we feel as though if we accomplish the big stuff, we get big rewards. And that's the stigma of bigness. And I don't even know if that's, but that's the stigma. That's I'm strong enough to take care of the big stuff, like not sin. And then nobody taught you, in order for spiritual transformation to happen, there must be moral reformation. Watch this. So if I stop drinking, then you have to start something positive that is greater in value and fulfillment than the drinking was. Nobody told you that. So you stop drinking, didn't find anything else that was fulfilling, that was positive. And guess what? You went right back to drinking. Come on, let's get, I thought at least 10 fire emojis would have popped up just now. Stop smoking, whatever it is that you smoke. And you say, well, I'm a cold turkey. I'm going to stop smoking. And boom, didn't find anything positive or something of greater value for fulfillment. And guess what? Pow, that's where relapsing is. There got to be an exchange. 2 Corinthians 5:17, old things pass away. Behold, all things become new. So if there's going to be the changing of old, new have to come in. And it has to have a greater value, a greater fulfillment. It has to be reciprocal. It has to mean something. So you thought that was Christianity. Christianity was just stopping, but nobody told you have to start something. So that's one thing. But this morning I want to talk about that if your life is unbalanced, because I want you to hear this. Like everybody put the ear in the comment section real fast, like the ear emoji, like the little ear emoji. Put a little ear emoji in there. And some of this stuff is very practical. That's why on a prayer line, I don't try to over spiritualize the concepts. The principles are very practical. They're spiritual promises, but physical, practical principles. It's practical. It's practical. It's consistent, perpetual, habitual practices that if you don't do it, it doesn't matter how much you pray. If you don't practice this, faith without works is dead. James, we know that. It has to have a practice to it. It has to have a behavior model. It has to be continuing. A continuity has to be a part of it. So you have the ear. Okay, let me tell you this real fast. Okay, I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, oh, man, what I was about to say? You didn't throw the ear out there. Whatever you feed shall live. Whatever you starve shall die. That's not what I wanted to say. It's gonna come back to me. I didn't went off on the practicality. So we start talking about balance. I'm gonna get back to it. Unmanaged. Oh, there it is. There it is. If listen to this, you got the ear. If you complaining about right now, okay, let me slow it down. If you're complaining about something right now, today, what today is, June the 30th. If you're complaining about something right now, June 30th, watch this, that you prayed for a year, months ago, somewhere in between that prayer and manifestation of it, there's an imbalance. Priorities has shifted. Your desires has changed. Come on, no, come on. Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. If you're very upset, complaining, don't want to go to the job you prayed for, what happened? Something happened. Okay, if you don't want the house that you fasted, prayed, had all your family members praying for it, fix your credit for it. Now all of a sudden, I hate this house. I'm tired of cutting the grass. I'm tired of fixing it. See, somewhere in between. Husband, wife, I use at that altar. I prayed for you. The Lord sent it to me. I do, Reb. I do. And now, oh, I can't stand the boy. She's getting on the man. I hate him. Somewhere. That there's an imbalance somewhere. There's a misappropriation of priorities. There's been a rearrangement, because now you're telling me that blessings starting to feel like a burden. And blessings don't feel like burdens when they are properly aligned with the balance and with the order by which you place them. You got to check that priority list, because you're going back complaining to the same God about something you prayed to God for. He gave it to you. See, I'm discovering more and more the longer I live that majority of what people want when they get it, they don't want it no more. It's just a desire to have something they never had. The Bible says, have you count not the cost? Okay, so we're going to talk about the 4 dangers, the 4 traps of an unbalanced life. And a lot of your lamenting and complaining about the life you have, it might not be God. It's not God. And by the way, I'm not defending him, but it might not be the satanic attacks. It might just be a couple of things. Number one, you have the wrong people in the wrong place in your life. Because if you put people in their place, and what I mean by that is Drew Brees is no good to the Saints if he's just a punter. And Darren Sproles is no good to the Saints if he's just a safety. If you don't put them in the right place, your team always gonna be dysfunctional. So that's number one. Number two is understanding your gift, your assignment, so you can know when to say no. No is a good word to use. Complete sentence, by the way. Okay. All right, cool. And number three, not overly committing to helping people who don't want help from you. Where your fire emojis at? I think somebody got mad with me. They said, Pastor, we're supposed to always care. That's not what my Bible said. My Bible told me that there are people who will exhaust you, right? There are people that would create a toxic environment because even though they want help, they know they need help. They just don't want the help from you. And you got to be fine with that. You got to be fine with that. Okay, so those are just a couple of things. But I'm going to talk about this unbalance. This unbalance. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter number 7, verse 16 through 18. This unbalance. And it shouldn't feel that way. I just got to tell you, I got to look in your eyes this morning. It shouldn't feel that way. No way. No way you should be feeling. Now, listen, I've been through seasons where everything was going good and bad at the same time. But boy, that good outweighed that bad though. No, no, come on, lean on in. Come on, let me see if I get some red hearts, people who can testify. I've been through seasons where I've had things going good and bad. God was building me and breaking me at the same time. But that good felt a whole lot better than that bad. It made me forget that I was going through it. But you shouldn't feel this unbalanced to create worry and weariness. See, when your life is unbalanced, it start producing everything the opposite of the fruit of the spirit. It's not patient, it's not love, it's not kind. It's worriness, it's anxiety, it's depression, it's hatefulness, it's bitterness, it's impulsive behaviors. Huh? See, that's the unbalance. That's what that creates. And we'll talk more about that. But Ecclesiastes 7, verse 16 to 18. I really got to go this morning, y'all. So I got to hurry up. Let's do it. So don't be too good or too wise. Why destroy yourself? Come on, let's go. On the other hand, don't be too wicked either. Don't be a fool. Why die before your time? Come on. Pay attention to these instructions. For anyone who fears God would avoid both extremes. So in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter number 7, thank you, Elder. He is showing people that there are two extremes to life. That you could be too good and too loving, and then you could be too wicked and too demonic. He said, but there's a median. I'm gonna give y'all one of the greatest advice that I've ever received as it relates to balance, which leads to this. I want y'all to hold on to this. I want you to write this down for the rest of your life. That many Christians have this misconception of Christianity. Watch this. Let's go right back to it. That that the opposite of not sinning is automatic righteousness. And that's not the truth. I'm sorry they lied to you. I'm sorry if they left the sentence incomplete. I'm sorry if they didn't break it down to you that the opposite of not sinning is not automatic righteousness, because Satan have how can I do this? Satan have a way of forcing you to overly exaggerate a virtue, which means that if you're overly exaggerating one virtue, all of the rest of your virtues are weakening and causing dysfunction, right? So if I'm overly doing one thing, I'm not feeding, because you are the feeder to every world that you have connected to you. If I'm overly doing this, then that means something is suffering. Give you the false sense of multitasking. Where it came from, I don't know. I'm not good at it. But if I'm overly exaggerating one, and you have lost yourself in the winds of one virtue that's succeeding, and you forgot to go pay attention to all of the other ones, and those are the virtues that really keep your family together. See, that's why it's family dynamics are so compound and so complex, because the father says, let me go out here and get it. I know how to get it. I know how to get it. I'm going to get it. But if you're over exaggerating getting it, then the other virtue of being a father, not being present, talk to me. That's an unbalance. See, Satan know how to play us, right? Satan says, let me make them feel good about doing this because they're winning in this. Who want to lose? Let me make them win in this. Overly exaggerate that virtue. I'm gonna give you something in a few minutes. Overly exaggerate that virtue, and all the other virtues are suffering. And so when the real tests come, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, it never comes to test the virtue you are the strongest. The real test is always coming to expose the virtue that is weak. Talk to me. You're trying to build a defense wall with one virtue. And Satan says, I'm not coming to play on you with the strength. You done flex your muscle over there. That's not where I'm coming. I'm coming with all of the areas you left underdeveloped. I'm tempting and destroying all the areas you let weaken because you was over exaggerating a virtue. We know you got it. We know you got it like that. But I want the other area. I was all that the Lord has assigned us to do in ministry and all that type of stuff. And so I called one day, Jai. I called one day, very global, high profile bishop. And I asked him a question. I said, hey, man, I said, look, I'm struggling with balancing life. I said, man, some days I don't, man, it's a lot, right? You know, all people calling funerals, weddings, counseling, da 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 da, business consulting, da 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 da, non-profit, for-profit, da 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 da. I said, man, it's a lot. He said the key to balance, because nobody have the perfect remedy, and these remedies are never exhaustive. He said, but the key to balance that I have mastered. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you throw those white hearts when it hits you. He said, I've learned how not to fail at the same thing 2 days in a row. Okay, let me run that back. So I call him. I say, hey, Reb, Bishop, Pope, Rabbi, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with like balancing life. I'm trying to make time for my son. He's about to get ready to leave me, go to college. I'm trying to balance, you know, being a good son to my mother. I'm trying to pastor. I'm trying to do my consulting. I'm trying to run this, sit on this board. Da, da, da. I said, and I want to give all of me to all of it. See, that's the type of person I am. If you got me, you got all of them. That's what I feel like. I feel like if you sign me up for the Christian Jubilee, write my name on the roll, you got all of it. That's how I feel. And I think that's probably why I'm a workaholic. I like to give it all. I like to leave off the court with nothing left. You know, that's what we was taught. And he paused on the phone and he says, well, the thing that has kept me to raise million, do global, he said, I've learned not to fail at the same thing 2 days in a row. He said, so if Monday I was a horrible father, Tuesday I have to be the best father I can possibly be. See, life is about balance. You cannot bat 100 to everything you are part of. And if you try, I see you on the other side of that mental break. None of us Superman or Superwoman. You can't. That's why I don't let people call me their strong friend. I'm not your strong friend. I'm just your friend who don't stay down long. That's it. That's what a fire emoji is that. I'm not, just don't call me that. I'm not it. I'm not him. No, I'm just a friend who, when you go to sleep, I might be down, but when you wake up, I'm back on my feet. That's it. That's the friend I am. I'm not the strong friend. I don't want you to even think that I'm the strong friend. I don't want to think that I'm the strong friend. I'm just the one. By the time we go to sleep, I might be sorrowful or mad, but see in the morning, we're like, dog, what happened? Hey. I just shook that thing off in my sleep dreams. When I was running and fighting in my dream, I didn't shake that off. So I've learned how not to fail at the same thing. If I was a horrible son, oh man, my mother talking first thing in the morning. We talk every day. So, but first thing in the morning, if I didn't do pastoring well, the next day, oh yeah, I'm calling everybody. I'm be the best pastor. Why? Because you cannot bat and stop thinking it. You're not flexing your muscle, having a mental breakdown for trying to be something you was never designed to be. See, you are working abnormally against your original design. That's foolish. That's foolish. A, stay within your design patterns. You have margins. And I know how to maximize. Come on, everybody. I like that. Everybody, put that down. Maximize your margins. I have margins. Hey, I have margins. I have social capacity. When I get there, I'm there. I have human capacity. When I get there, I'm there. All of it. See, I got to operate in my margins because I've learned, here it is, and I'm about to pray and we're done. I've learned to preserve the best parts of me for the people I love the most. Man, I was watching that Lauryn Hill thing, what they did, honoring thing, but I watched it last night. Man, I was looking at her children and looking at that chemistry. Oh, it made this even more. See, you got to preserve, you got to manage the greatest parts of you for the people you say you love the most. I refuse to give my son the least of me. No, that ain't right. That ain't right. I cannot assume that he know My assignment, and the Bible said, what profits a man to gain the whole world? Listen to it, but lose his soul. We declared this on Father's Day, and I've been saying this for the last couple of months. I will not. Come on, I want you to do it too. I want you to put the little emoji that do this right here, that little thing right there, like that right there. If this is you, okay. I have made a agreement with my own self that I would not be the reason my son need a psychiatrist. I had did that. I had went it on and did that. Come on, come on. Where y'all at? Boom. 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 When me and him riding in the car, I said, "Hey man, am I a good dad or what? Tell me what I got to improve. Where I got to improve." See, I will not be the real, and I'm not even gonna be in there because according to HIPAA laws, they can't repeat it back. But I can promise you, you're gonna be up in there probably for his little girlfriend or something, but it won't be for me because I'm gonna make every effort to make sure that I balance this thing right. I refuse to. No. I've learned too much to pass down my demons to my kid. No, I refuse to. He won't have to fight my insufficiencies and flaws. When we riding in the car, say, bro, I'm doing a good job or what? Tell me where I can improve. And then when he tell me that, he asks me, hey, dad, what? Hey, boom, you got to hit him. You got to talk to him. But you got to balance. You can't assume that they know. They don't know. They don't know why you out there working 10 jobs. They don't know the economy. They ain't watching the Dow Jones. They're not looking at inflation. They don't care nothing about the path of her moves and all of those type of things. They don't care nothing about gold and stock and bonds. They don't know that. What they do know is when you show up. All right. I wish I could keep going. We're going to finish it all tomorrow. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you, Lord. I want to pray specifically this morning for parents. I want to pray, Father, for parents in general, those who have succeeded at parenting and those who have made some flaws in the beginning, and to those who have just learned what parenting was all about, and to those, Lord, who finally found out what parenting was, but that's the time their kid was going off to college. Father, thank you, Lord, for the blessing of parenting. I mean, really, genuinely parenting, like really being able to get next to our sons and our daughters and have candid and real conversations. I pray for some parent this morning that they don't allow their guilt and their flaws to prohibit them from helping their kid to overcome theirs. I pray this morning, Father, for parents who literally it was very painful to release and to birth that kid. And now that kid is one of the greatest assets they have ever had additionally to their lives. And so I pray this morning, and I pray for the parent, Father, who, whether it was in prison or on drugs or drunk, who missed years of their kid's life, and now they got another shot at it. Let them swing hard. Let them give it all they have. But I also pray for the parent specifically who's present but yet absent. I mean, he go home and she go home every day, but there's no connection between their kids. They provide for them, but there's no connection. They play the game with them. They watch the game with them. They go outside in the backyard, but there's no chemistry because they have lost the ability to be affectionate because life has left them traumatized. I pray for that parent. I pray for that parent who show up for every birthday with a gift, but the heart is still empty. I pray for that parent, that one right there. That's the one I'm praying for this morning. The one that show up at the school, but still there's no connection to what the teacher is saying versus what the kid want that parent to. I pray for the parent who's watching the game and whose son sitting in the hallway wishing the father would invite him to watch the game with him because he's present, but yet absent. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Go ahead on now. Hey, listen, everybody, to those who are not following us, can you please do so? And to those, set your notifications. Today is Tuesday. Remember, there's no leadership intense about stuff. And man, I want y'all to prepare to be in church on Sunday. All the Rock of Ages members, y'all got to be there. I got something up that sleeve. I got something up that sleeve. So y'all got to be there Sunday. I can't wait to see you all. Hey, listen, y'all be safe this weekend, but we're going to be back on tomorrow. We finished talking about being unbalanced. There's 4 traps I want to show it to you. Come on, I'm sorry, 3 minutes over. Come on, let's do it together. We can, we will. In Jesus' name, this story can't end. This is going to be the most terrific Tuesday of your life. This story can't end until you and I win. I love you all for real, man. Y'all go have the most amazing day of your life.